Hello everyone. So in this video, the most awaited video for most of you, the answers from the practice workbook. So this is, I think, going to be page 1 of your practice geometry workbook. There is a separate book for geometry. All right. So they are the same questions which we have already discussed in the previous videos. You just have to answer these questions based on the picture which they have given you. All right. Now, before I move on, what I ask you to do is, if you have watched this video, comment below the video that you have done and you have checked. It's all right to make mistakes. No problem if there are mistakes. Through mistakes we learn. You will learn the next time not to do those mistakes. But do comment below that you have watched the video. All right. Now, let's do question number 1. For question 1 to 7, you have to use this figure which is here on the right side. Now, name a plane. The first question itself is name a plane. Now, you know how to name a plane. Either use the scripted letter if they have given, else you will use 3 points which are non-collinear. They should not be straight. So, there is no scripted letter, which means we need to, of course, use, you have to, of course, use what? 3 points, right? So let's use 3 points and write the answer. So this is going to be name a plane. So let's write it as plane. Can we name it as CBD? Yes, you can name it as CBD. You can name it as BDE. It doesn't matter whichever order you follow, but it should not be CBE or EBC. Okay, so let's write this. It's going to be name a plane. So the plane is going to be BCD. So I chose BCD. It's for because I like to name it as BCD. You can choose BED, any order, but do not use these 3 points. All right. Let's name a segment. Now they want you to name a segment. How do you name a segment? Segment means it should have 2 endpoints, right? Segment, a part of the line which has 2 endpoints. So which part has 2 endpoints? Of course, it's only B and it's BD. So let's name it as BC. Now BD is the most prominent segment which we can see, but we can also call BC as a segment as there is a stop here. We can also call it as BE as a segment because there is also a stop here. Now if they are a part of array is a different question, but here this question refers to segment. So you can even say BD is also a segment, BC is also a segment, BE is also a segment, or CE. Look at C and E. They too have 2 stop points. They too also have 2 endpoints. So that is also a segment. So, but they said name a segment, so I named it as BD. I will give you all the possibilities so that if any of you have written the other answers, you can consider it right. So it can be BC also. It can be BE, or it can be CE also. Let me make this or into small handwriting, or else you might think they also letters. Okay, so it can be any one of these. All right, don't forget you need to have the symbol on top of the segment. Now, what is the symbol for segment? Just a line. That's it. Just put a line. That's done. So over these letters, just put be straight. Now I cannot draw it straight. Okay, let me try to make it through this so that our work will be neat. Keeping your work neat is the most important thing. Only then anyone will feel like looking even at your book. If your book is dirty or handwriting is bad, nobody will take your book to check also. Okay, so this is the symbol for line segment, just a piece of line segment. Okay, next is name a line. Now, how many lines can you see in the picture? I mean, in the figure which is given onto the side. There is only and only how many lines? One line, right? This is the only line because that's what is given. It has 2 arrows. So the line is going to be line CE. or EC, up to you, however you want to say it. I name it as CE. And what's important again, you should not forget to put the sign above it. So let's put the sign above it. Keep it neat. Okay, so as you can see, only one side of the arrow is there, the other side, let me draw. What does that look like? Does it look like a triangle? No, it doesn't. What happened? Okay. Okay, so somehow I got it right, but it doesn't look perfectly right. Now, as you are doing with the pencil, so you can easily do it. As you can see, my pencil is very thick, so I can't do it neatly. Just you need to draw an arrow on top of C and E. That's all. Okay, name 3 collinear points. Collinear, co together, linear on the line. So name 3 collinear points. So they are the 3 collinear points. Let's write the points as points B, C, and E. So points B, C, and D. So name 3 collinear points. These are the only 3 collinear points we have. All right, let's move to another next question. Name 3 non-collinear. So collinear is straight, means non-collinear is not straight. So you need to write the names of points which are not in a straight line. So which 3 points are not in a straight line? You can say point CBD, they are not in a straight line. You can say point EBD, not in a straight line. Point BED, not in a straight line. You can write any 3 non-collinear points. All right, so let me write as points B, C, D. They are non-collinears, B, C, D, because they're not in a straight line. But there are others to write also, as I already told. Okay, question number 6. Name the intersection of a line and a segment not on the line. Name the intersection of a line and a segment not on the line. So look at the figure very carefully. They said intersection of a line. The line we have is this, okay? And the line and a segment we have is this. And they said not on the line. Now what do they mean? A line and a segment. Now as we saw, BC is also a segment, line segment, but it is on the line. Now BE is also a segment, but it is on the line. Now CE is also a segment, but it is on the line. They said not on the line. So which means they are referring to BD and the line CE. So which is the intersection of DB and this line? Intersection means joining. So the intersection is going to be point E. I know you might have got confused by this thing, not on the line, because when they say BD not on the line, we will of course wonder what's this. They meant these segments, not this one. They meant BC segment, EB segment, or CE segment, which is on the line. And they said not on the line, so which is outside the line, which is point B. Okay, it's easy, just that you need to understand a little, that's all. Okay, let's move on to question number 7. Name a pair of opposite rays. So opposite rays, these are the opposite rays, right? There is nothing else. So let's name a pair. The pair means 2. So always the opposite rays comes in 2. So it is BC and BE. So don't forget to put the sign on top of it. What is the sign for a ray? One side. It's too big, right? Okay. It's just 8. Okay. It's just an arrow with one-sided. Just the the arrow should be pointing to one side. Usually we never draw a point for the symbol of a ray. The symbol looks like this. The triangle here. That looks more like a It should be only one-sided arrow. Something like that, okay? It should be just an arrow without a point, but opposite the rays are with a point, but the symbol stands for something like this. Okay, let's go to the next questions. Now again, using the figure, we are going to write, use the figure for exercise 8 to 11. So question 8 to 11, we are going to use this figure. Name the points that determine plane R. So this is plane R. Already they gave us the name, but they want you to write the points. So what are the points which determine plane R? Which points are on plane R? It's X, Y, Z. So simply write points X, Y, Z. That's it. If you want to be perfect in English, X, Y, and Z. You know the rules of using and or. Okay, moving to question number 9. Name the point at which line M intersects plane R. So they want you to say the point at which line M, this is line M, okay, intersecting the plane. Where is this line? Intersecting means meeting or joining. Which point is this one intersecting plane M? At point Z. So point Z is the point Z. So this is line M touching the plane at point Z. Number 10, name two lines in plane R that intersect line M. So how many lines do we have in plane R? We have line XY, we have this line, okay, and also we have this line. So they want you to write two lines in plane R that intersect line M. So this is line M. Which lines are intersecting line M? This line is intersecting, and also this line is intersecting. So what is the name of those lines? What are the names of those lines? It's line XZ, right? These are the 2 points. So this line is intersecting, and also this line is intersecting line M. So let's write it as line XZ and line YZ. And you should not forget to put what? You should not forget to put the symbol. So you know symbol is two-sided. You draw like that. Finally, I will draw the other side arrow. As you know, this is the symbol for line. Now, I might not do it perfect, but you need to do it perfectly. This is supposed to be a triangle. Okay, so this is how you find out. You need to study and understand the figure properly before you start doing the questions. Okay, so here we have line XY, here we have line XZ, here we have line YZ, and this is line M. And there is a point on line M, which is W. Okay, name a line in plane R. Again, we are referring to plane R. We are only referring to what's inside. That does not intersect line M. There you go. So they want you to find out a point, a line which does not intersect, which does not cross line M. So which line on plane M is not intersecting? Of course, line XY, because that XY is here and line M is here. So line XY. And don't forget to put the arrow, because that's what indicates that it is a line. Okay, so hopefully this is easy and most of everyone would have got it right, surely. If you understand the figure clearly, you will get all these questions right. Okay, now question number 12, 13, 14. If you have not done, it's all right. You can do it along with me. If you have done, you can just check your answers, okay? Michelle Kwan, okay, won a bronze medal in figure skating at 2002 Salt Lake City Winter Olympic Games. Draw your answers in the space. Michelle skates straight ahead from point L. So first let me draw point L. This is a point and we name it as L. Michelle skates straight ahead. So she's going straight. So let me draw that straight line. Okay. And stops at point M. So she's stopping also at point M. So she stopped here. What does that show you? That's a line segment, LM. This is how you draw. Now it's not necessary that you need to draw it like that. You can even draw it in this direction, doesn't matter. Okay, but mostly we use this way. So Michelle is skating from point L and she's stopping at point M. Stop means it's a point at M. So draw her path. This is her path. Easy. Moving to question 13. Michelle skates straight ahead from point L. Again, she is going from L. She's going straight ahead. So let's draw it straight. Wait a bit. Let me make it from the middle. So straight ahead and continues through point M. So there is a point M. She is continuing through. So she's going on beyond that also. So let's name this as point M. So what does that make it? It makes that a ray LM. This is what it means. Name a figure. So name this figure. So this is going to be ray LM, right? They said here name, so that's why we have to name. Here they did not say name, they only said draw. Here they said name and then draw. So again, she started at point L and she's continuing, she's keeping on continuing through point M. So that's array LM. Question number 14. Michelle and her friend Alexei start back to back. Now they're back to back at point L. So first let's draw point L. Let this be point L. They're starting back to back, means they're not facing each other. They are behind, like their backs are touching each other. Okay, so point L and skate in opposite directions. So they're going in opposite directions. Michelle skates through point M again. Now Michelle is going through point M. Now she can go this side or this side. They did not say which she's going to the left or right, so we can take any way. So she's skating through point M and Alexei is skating through point K. Draw their paths. So don't forget they are talking about what? They're talking about opposite rays. So this is how your figure should look like. It's very easy, right? Just your imagination needs to be there as we did in the previous video. Remember we drew two things up and down, so it's all imagination. So this is also imagination. You need to imagine that there are two friends, they're standing at the same point, but they're back to back. And then they're moving in different directions, the opposite directions. So hopefully most of you have got this, all the answers right. So do like the video and do comment and tell me that you have watched the video, all of you. Only then I can keep a record of who is watching the video and we can give the marks of homework accordingly. So hopefully until we meet again in the next video, as always I say, keep practicing and keep learning math.